some of you. I'm the owner of Redline Marketing Company, and I also have a company called Gratitude Art. I put a little bit of information around, just so you know what that is. And I was invited here today to talk about work-life balance. And I thought, oh no, I don't have any children, and I'm single. I don't have a husband. And I'm thinking, now everybody's going to think, why is she talking about that? But to be honest, I think it's it's not more important, but it's very important for single people as well to consider this, because when I started Redline, for example, I started my company 9 years ago, and I had nobody. I was single, I have no children. But what did that mean for me? That meant that I could work all the time, non-stop. Nobody wanted my time, only my work. So I really had to make a decision there. What I could feel in the beginning was, I don't know if any of you have felt this. Any of you are single? No? One? Okay, but if you don't have anybody that needs you there, for example, if your value pyramid doesn't have any family there at the top, what can happen to us is we can work all the time. And so we need to make a decision, and that's what I did. In the beginning of my company, I made the decision that I didn't want to work all the time. I had to force myself to take time off and not work all the time. And I think that's extremely important, the decision to not do that. So what I did was, I looked myself in the mirror and I thought, you've worked for 3 months, non-stop. What are you doing? I was working at night as well, my brain was going crazy. And I thought, no. So the first step is always a decision, I think, when we want to do something in life, we have to make a decision. So I said, no, I have to control myself, I have to stop that. So my rule is no work in the weekend and no work at night. And that means you don't look at your iPhone, So when your day is over, you stop, okay? So that's, I don't know, does anybody look at your iPhone and your emails at night? In the weekends? We do. We do, because we think that we must do this. But this is what can drive us crazy. If you have a computer in your office, you want to turn that off every now and again. I'm sure you turn it off at night because it needs maybe to, reboot and control alt delete, and it just cleans it up. It's exactly the same with us. We need to stop it. We need to stop working like this. So what I can see more and more, I'm from Denmark, and a lot of people now in Denmark and in Germany as well, the tendency is now to make it mandatory. If you go on holiday, you cannot check your email, you cannot look at anything. You're not online when you're on holiday, for example, because it is driving people crazy. You probably heard of people that they stop totally in their mind, and they just sit there and they can't work anymore because we can't be online all the time. It's impossible. So that was the first decision I made. Was that cat? It sounded like
it is a cat.
It's a cat?
Yeah, I saw it the other day. I complained about it, but I think it's trapped someplace. I'm very sorry about that.
That's very good. It came to listen.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. It's nice. I like it.
Yeah, we like cats.
We like cats. Cats need work-life balance as well. Absolutely. So my first decision was that. It's a very important decision, I think, and a lot of people, for example, in my company, we say we don't work in the weekends, we don't work at night, and people respect that. That's okay. And we say we don't do that because otherwise we get ill. And that's the fact of life. So it's very important. Take a break. Stop it. People are going to be okay with that. They're totally okay with that if you say that. It's also showing respect for yourself. So I think that's a very important decision to make. That's step number 1, I think. So there's another thing. So basically, once I did that, I noticed that my brain just went on and on at night. I just decided I'm not working at night, but my brain didn't understand that, did it? It just went on and worrying and planning, and you probably know this, some of you might wake up in the middle of the night and think, tomorrow I have a meeting, what am I going to do? I'm going to plan for all this, coming here and talking. So I noticed one thing, and the way I could stop that was trust. So I noticed that trust can stop this whole process of freaking out in the middle of the night. So I made another decision. I decided to trust. And by trust, I mean everything. Trust yourself, trust the universe, trust that everything is okay. Really, try this. It's kind of freakish if you've never tried it before. Because the world is teaching us not to trust. The world is teaching us to be fearful. So we have to run around and be good to everything, like you say. But really, what can happen if we start trusting completely is that it eliminates fear. And that makes you relax and focus. So that makes you be in this room right now. So there's nothing going on, nothing is dangerous all of a sudden. And that's very, very powerful. And what you can feel is that there's this little person inside of you resisting to this, because we've been taught everything is dangerous, but it's not. It's okay, everything is perfect. So what I did was, I stopped, okay? I took a deep breath. Every time I freak out, that's what I do. I stop, take a deep breath, and I trust. Everything is perfect, it's just as it is. And then you can feel your whole body relax. And then I carry on. Then I go on again, and people try to scare me. People are very good at that. They will say to you, there's a crisis in Spain. And then we go on. And when this happens to you, stop. Shh. Relax. Take a deep breath. And trust. Everything is perfect. Because we're all connected. So everything is perfect. Today you might have met some people that you've met with exactly because it's perfect. Because that is life. So we interact with each other. And if you start relaxing, you allow more things in as well into your life. So it's really powerful, but it's really freakish as well in your head. Because we're not used to this. We're used to being worried. We're always worried about something. Is anybody worried about something today? No? Well, that's good. Brilliant. You're marvelous people. Of course we are. We're always worried constantly, and that makes us vibrate on a totally wrong level. We can't focus. So the second thing I want you to do is start trusting. Trust yourself as well. You have the abilities to do whatever you're put here to do. Sometimes we think ahead as well. No? We think ahead and we think, what if this is going to happen? Most problems is just in our head. They're never going to happen. Most problem is all in our mind. So if we learn to stop, breathe, trust, relax, let it go, and carry on. You're fine. Everything is fine. You try this and people will freak out. And then I noticed another thing. And that's why I founded a company, the other company I have called Gratitude Art. I noticed that the more I was grateful, the more good things came into my life. So, and it changed your focus as well. So, for example, I noticed this a lot in business as well. Does anybody, if you have employees, do you have your own business? So, when you work with your employees, for example, what do you focus on? Do you come into the office and look at all the great things they've done? Or do you come into your office and think, they haven't done this yet, and they haven't done that yet, and why are and how dare they? So it's our focus in our everyday life. For example, a lot of the people here that has businesses think, oh, I have no client. No, they have no clients. They have no clients, they say to me all the time. I meet people, they have no clients. What will they have later on? No clients. Because whatever we focus on, we get more of. So, for example, if anybody's ever bought a new car, for example, I bought this silly Seat Ibiza, and I've never seen it before, and there it was, everybody has the same car. Everybody has the same color as me as well. And I thought, how can they have the same car as me? I've never seen this car in my life, for example. But what happens is I started noticing this car, yeah, because I bought one of them. And that's the same in our lives. So, next time you go into your company, maybe you will look at the clients you do have. Maybe you look at what your staff have done, instead of looking at what they haven't done. And that's what I noticed in my life. I noticed that whatever I focus on, I get more of. So, that's my advice to you. So, let me do a little exercise with you. Close your eyes, please. Just try and close your eyes, all of you. Feel what you're feeling right now. How are you feeling? And then I want you to think about something you're truly grateful in your life. Something, it could be your pet, it could be your husband, it could be that we live on this beautiful coast where the sun is shining all the time, most of the time at least. It could be anything that you think is really wonderful. I want you to really see this in your mind. Feel this feeling of this. It could be your pet, it could be the little cat you just heard. Anything. Just feel this feeling. And now open your eyes. Do you feel different than you did before? Yeah, because gratitude can change our state. And it can change our life. So what I did was I started Gratitude Art. We have these journals. How cute is that? You can feel the energy. Brilliant.
Like a statue.
Brilliant. Anyway, so the way you can change that focus is that you start writing a gratitude journal. And you can write between 3 and 5 things a day. And what will happen is that sounds a lot, and you have to write different things every day that you're grateful for. Now in the beginning that can sound, I'll never find 5 things I'm grateful for, but you will. And the funny thing is that during the day you go, oh, I'm grateful for this. That goes in my journal tonight. Or, ooh. So your focus will change to what you actually like. And that will bring you more of what you like in your life. So it's so brilliant. Gratitude is just brilliant. Huh? So anyway, that's what I do. So to sum up, stop working all the time. Stop it. Tell people, no, I'm not working tonight. I am not working. That's okay. It's respect for yourself and people are fine with it. Stop looking at your phones all the time. Nothing is going to happen. Everything is cool. Trust, everything is okay. So now when you freak out at night, yeah, you wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and you totally drive yourself up to something crazy, stop it. Take a deep breath. It's all okay.
How long does it take to stop?
What?
How long does it stop to cool down? Then you stop
No,
your brain
you
in the
have,
night.
inside you they'll be resistant because we're used to worrying. We like being like this. We like being stressed as well. We like being on the phone and the society wants this from us, but it's not healthy. So it takes time. It takes a long time. That's why I'm saying, for example, even to write a gratitude journal, you're changing your focus. It's very difficult because people are going to tell you, you're going to turn on the telly and it is crisis and nobody has work and there's no money and it's just terrible. So stop that, you know? So it takes a long time. It's not one fix, quick fix like this. Absolutely not. But it's training yourself to stop having this stress inside your body. Because it's not good. We're vibrating on a whole different level. We need to relax and be here and do what we're here to do. So it takes a long time. But it's practice. And they're going to freak you out. Every time I watch the television, I never watch news anymore. I just don't. And you know what is funny? I always know what's going on because you can turn on Facebook in 2 minutes and you know who's the president or what and all this. And I don't really care either. Because is that relevant to me that there was, you know, sometimes we stop knowing about everything as well. Why do we need to know all that? Maybe we don't. You know, there's always so much scary stuff out there. And I think that's where the balance should be really in our lives. Let's calm down in our minds and that will make us be much more here and be present as well. You know, when you go out with people and they're really there, it's amazing, isn't it? But then you have people, they're all over the place and you can't feel them. It's not fun. So it takes time. But just try it. Try it just for a week or for a day. See what happens. Why not? And then be grateful. Be grateful for your staff. Be grateful for the people around you, for your husband, for being single. Be grateful for being single. That's also a lot of fun. You know, some of us go, oh, I need a husband, blah, blah. Yeah, but maybe not. Maybe that's not your time right now. There is a purpose to it all, you know, in this madness. So that's what I think, that's what I want to say today. 3 things, very simple.